Welcome to Faith Exclusive Episode 12, where we discuss topics that challenge you and assist in finding the solutions for a better outcome and a way forward. I'm your host, Faith. In Episode 11, we discussed the subdivide. In this episode, we are discussing the impact of morals and values. Our disclaimer is a reminder that this podcast should not be taken as legal counseling or advice. Information on this podcast is for inspiration, and we cannot be held liable for information included in this podcast. Do not rely solely on the information shared. If you do, we will not be held liable for such reliance. This podcast isn't a substitute for professional advice. We are not a professional. The content is opinionated and the terms of use are to the best of our knowledge. We also reserve the right to change the management of this podcast. Let's get started. Welcome to a new episode of the Faith Exclusive podcast. We are discussing the impact of morals and values. How does moral and values play a crucial place in our lives? Morals are principles that govern behavior and a way of life by knowing right from wrong. Value is commitment, integrity, character, standards, boundaries, honesty, relationships, and success. How does morals and values affect our way of life? They both hold us accountable. It governs how you perceive the people and things around you, they give rhyme or reason, they influence your decisions, and lead you in your ethical dealings. They are your foundation that you should be building upon. It's the difference between culture versus behavior, moral versus immoral, personal preferences versus social expectations, and ethical dealings in business. Morals and values will be the path that lead to your highest self or the wheel of repeating the same thing over and over again and never learning. Take a listen. It's never too late to implement them in all you do. It's never too late to make the necessary adjustments. Your spirituality and morals and values should also align and influence your perspectives. If you're joining, welcome to episode 12, where we discuss the impact of morals and values. Psychological research revealed that morals and values, and I quote, the Morality Lab at Boston College uses behavioral and neuroimaging methods to study the psychological and brain bases of moral judgments. They've found that certain brain regions involved in theory of mind are crucial for assessing moral right and wrong. Publishing from 1940 through 2017 identified 5 distinct classes of research questions related to moral behavior, reasoning, judgment, self-views, and emotions. Philosophical perspectives, says quantum physics challenges traditional views of reality and can influence philosophical perspectives on consciousness, free will, and the nature of existence. These philosophical shifts can, in turn, affect our morals and values, as they might lead us to reconsider the nature of human experience and our place in the universe. Unquote. My question for you is, could this be a part of the problem? The traditions, consciousness, free will, and human nature has affected moral and values. Have we as a people reconsidered our morals and values of what's right and wrong? Has the encouragement of free will caused decision-making that is hurting our way of life? Can you embrace this philosophical perspective and get the same results you so long for? Traditions can always be updated with time, but the core beliefs, moral and values, I would think, is different. I would love to know your take on this and how it have impacted your way of life. If you're joining, welcome to episode 12, where we discuss the impact of morals and values. Morals and values determine what is acceptable or unacceptable. It will determine what you align with and what you truly believe in. It's the types of friends you choose, the kind of relationships you have. It shows how you choose to love others and how you approach success. The voice of moral and values will speak louder than the voice of cultural norms. They align the laws and policies for this country with the well-being of the people. They stop people from repeating broken relationships and lingering in confusion as if they don't understand why. You can't take morals and values out of your life and expect the same results of your ancestors. You can't take a seat of employment without morals and values and complain about why it never works. You can take morals and values out of how you treat people and complain about how no one never stays or exude loyalty. Again, morals are principles that govern behavior and a way of life by knowing right from wrong. Value is commitment, integrity, character, standards, boundaries, honesty, relationships, and success. Do you believe that you can take on the attitude of cultural and societal norms and benefit the outcomes of morals and values? Are they the same pathway of life? These are things that should have been implemented in child rearing, and for some it was, but they were bitten by the cultural and societal norms. For some, they accepted more when they kicked morals and values out. However, many find themselves confused about why life isn't lifing the way those of old. If you're joining, welcome to episode 12, where we discuss the impact of morals and values. The personal fulfillment of morals and values. It's the marriage between core beliefs and morals and values. It's purposeful living. It's the badge of character and integrity. Morals and values gives everyone a conscious mind. It allows authenticity. We've heard about quantum physics and how they affect our way of life. It's the moral dimensions of human life. Quantum physics strongly expresses the ability to shift the mind when facing situations and making decisions, or when looking to change your way of life. The ability to make the necessary adjustments for the outcome you're looking for. These are some areas that impact morals and values. Guidance in decision-making, social harmony, personal growth, stress levels, relationships, self-awareness, career success, and your purpose and use of time. Now we can't talk about morals and values, the effects of removing them or not having them, and not speak on how to reiterate them in our daily lives. Here are some practical ways to get back on track or realign with the core of who you are for that outcome you're looking for in all aspects of life. 1. Recognize your moral conflicts. 2. Seek knowledge and understanding. 3. Apply consistency in moral decision-making. 4. Reflect and reassess regularly. And finally, the 5th is seek support and guidance from trusted family, friends, spiritual leaders, and most importantly, seek wisdom in your effort to understand. For those of you that live by Christian beliefs, seek your Heavenly Father. The written word is full of morals and values to live by. That brings us to the end of this episode. We appreciate you during our discussion regarding the impact of morals and values. We hope this ignited something in you that provoked your curiosity. As always, we welcome you back and appreciate your listening ear here on Faith Exclusive Podcast. Please subscribe, like, and share.